together, point through the toes, take that full body stretch. Exhale out. Walk those hands over towards the right side. The right hand is going to grab the left wrist, create space in those left ribs, and then option to bring that left foot over the right as you make a little bit of that crescent moon shape. Deep breath here. Good. Exhale out. And all of you guys are doing a really good job of keeping that hip anchored. Sometimes people roll over, so just anchor a little bit more through that left hip. Press into the ground. Take a deep breath in. Exhale out. Let's come back to the center. I want you to imagine you're going to find your mountain pose with the arms extended overhead. So flex through the feet, reach those hands up. Thumbs can press into the ground. Press into the heels so the feet are flexed like you're standing on the ground. Good. Nice to full. Press through the heels. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Let's take it over to the other side. That left hand is going to grab the right wrist and reach through those right ribs. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Take that right leg over the left. Feel that extension through that side waist. And the side waist extending all the way through the outside of the right hip. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. Before you leave this posture, press in with that left heel. Press down with the right hip. Right shoulder. Good. Every pose is a chance for us to connect with the ground. It's going to make us work a little bit harder, so just know as you get tired, stop doing that so much. Let's inhale. Come back to your mountain pose. Reach those arms up overhead. Flex the toes towards the face. On your next exhale, let's bend the elbows, practice the arms. Open up around the clavicles. Go ahead and uncross the feet, darling. Good. Take another deep breath in. Press in with the elbows. Exhale out. Pull everything back to the midline. Let's do that one more time. Inhale. And we're just energetically pulling. Exhale. Pull everything to the center. Inhale. Reach those hands up over, biceps by the ears. Exhale. Pull the knees into the chest. You can interlace your fingers behind the knees or on top of those shins. And we're just going to start to rock and roll here a little right to left. Moving into the torso, into the hips, into the low back. I like that, Christina. Let's all do that. Let's bring our hands to our knees, and we're going to open up those legs just a little bit, and you can make some rotations, right to left, circles in whichever direction, or you can go in the same direction. Good. Nice. Whose pop was that? Aha! Tina's like, this is mine. All right, when you're ready, if you need to even out your directions, go ahead and do so for 2 more breaths. Good. Tina's adding in those ankle circles. That's another way to keep this moving and grooving. On your inhale, let's go ahead and extend our hands out towards the right and the left. directions again. Have a little bit of experimentation with your core, seeing if you can't keep some control. On your next inhale, we're going to find ourselves into a shoulder stand. So as you take those hips up towards the sky, those feet are going to go up towards the ceiling. Walk the hands out towards the front of your mat. Create that shoulder stand. Good. My clip did not work functionally for that. One more full breath in. And then slowly we're making our way to our boat pose. So rolling forward and up, finding that boat pose, looking for the stability. So my fascia on my asha is not firmly planted. So I'm going to have to readjust here. And then inhale, lift the chest. Exhale, lower. Inhale, lift. Exhale, hover. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. On this next one, inhale, lift. Bring your awareness to those sitting bones. Let's take a full body stretch. Extend those feet forward, arms come up overhead. Full stretch. Exhale, come back to that boat pose. So swinging yourself up, find that balance. Hands to heart. So let's pull it all into the center on that midline. Exhale, take the right shoulder over to the left thigh. Inhale back to center. Exhale to the other side. Inhale, center. All right, your option here for 5 more counts on each side. You may not need to do all 5. Okay, the goal here is to get that twist, keep your foundation, and to use your knee. It's an opening on the front of the right hip. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. On your inhale, let's bring our hands down, find your half split, straighten through the left leg, create that space in the back of that left hamstring. One more deep breath in here. Deep breath out. On your inhale, go ahead and come forward. Frame that front hand, tuck the right toes, lift the right knee. We're going to step the left foot back, plank pose. Now your option to drop to your knees and come all the way to the belly. If you'd like to sweat as part of your experience this morning, exhale, lower down halfway. Inhale, upward dog, tops of the feet, lift the chest. Exhale, tuck it back, downward dog. All right, we're here for just a beat. Inhale. Exhale out. On your inhale, it's your right leg that comes up and back. And step the right leg forward, top of the mat. So as you reach through that left heel, find space in the shoulders. Exhale, drop the left knee on top. Inhale, hands come up. Exhale, we're holding this for a back bend. So bend a little bit more if you need to. The front of the left hip is getting that opening. Lift the chest, deep breath in. Deep breath out. Finding your half splits, hands come to frame that front foot, straighten through the right leg. Create that space in the right hamstring. Take a deep breath in. A deep breath out. On your inhale, go ahead and come forward. We're coming to the front of our mat, so tuck those left toes. Gently step the left foot forward. Exhale, soften. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, stack the spine. Take yourself all the way up. Inhale, reach. Exhale, plug those hands into the sternum. Let's go ahead and come to the backs of the hands. A little bit of wrist care. I'm always saying I'm hard on the wrist, and then I don't put it into the practice. So as you push those backs of the hands together, opening up on the wrist, can you rotate those fingers towards the front of the room? Woo, deep breath in. All right, come back to your feet, press into the ground, pull everything to the midline, multitasking. And then on your inhale, let's rotate the fingers back to the ground, bring those palms together, and as you Christ says, drop those hands a little bit, so it's a little bit more pressure into that wrist, as long as it feels good, darling. Deep breath in, deep breath out. On your inhale, let's take it up. We're gonna add in a side stretch, so right hand is gonna grab the left, reach. Inhale, back to center. Let's go over to the left. Exhale. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. We're going to step our left foot back. We're going to stay on our toes. On your inhale, sweep it up, crescent warrior. Exhale, fold, or not fold, soften. Good. So here we can really press into that front foot. Check your alignment, Kristen. The heel's sticking out. Yeah. Good. Beautiful. See if you can bring a weight more to the heel and the front foot. Good. Nice. Beautiful. Sink a little deeper. Exhale. One more. Full breath in. Exhale. Windmill those hands down to frame the front foot. Now, as you start to go through this flow, engage with the ground. Press away in all 10 fingers. Step the right foot back. Keep it pulled to the midline as you exhale, lower down halfway. Inhale, find your upward dog. Exhale, back, downward dog. One more inhale here. Open up your mouth, exhale out. On your inhale, let's take the left leg up. Bend through the left knee. We're opening up this hip for just a moment. On your exhale, awareness in both hands. Let's bring the left knee to the nose. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, back up. Exhale, step the left leg forward, top of the mat. Let's take it to the other side. Inhale, come on up, crescent warrior. Exhale, sink a little deeper. So using our geometry here to create that foundation, press in through the left heel. Press into the ball of that right foot. Starting to think about bringing this guy back more. So, yeah. All of it is just bringing a little bit No, it's not new, right? Okay. Now really push through that left heel because you're going to activate and get that isometric contraction. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. All right, on your inhale, find back to your prep for plank pose. So that right foot's going to have to hop back just a little bit. Step the left foot back. Plank pose. Take a deep breath in. Deep breath out. Keep that core engaged. When you're ready, move through your flow. We're going to straight to downward dog. Here for another deep breath. Oh, I took us to the back of the mat when we should have gone forward, huh? It's all right. On your inhale, let's take our right leg up. Three-legged dog. Bend that right knee. We're opening up that right hip. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. We're going to tap the right knee to the right elbow. Or not elbow, excuse me, nose. Exhale. Inhale, back up. Exhale, step the right leg forward. Find your crescent warrior. Inhale, sweep it up. Oh no, I didn't lose us. We're right where we're supposed to be. Exhale, sink a little deep. One more full breath in, and then we have that back bend before you bring those palms together. Take it up. It's a balance pose, but keep the foundation part of this. It's less about where your eyes are going in this moment and more about that foundation. Good. One more full breath in. One more full breath out. Bring those hands down to frame that front foot. Pyramid pose. So pop the left foot forward just a little bit so you can lengthen through those right hamstrings. We're here for 2 breaths, evening out our sides. Exhale out. Good. On this next inhale, you'll breathe deep. Exhale. You're stepping that back leg forward, top of the mat, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, stack the spine. Let's head all the way up. This time over to the right. Grab that left wrist, open up. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, other side. And you might not want to go as deep, but it is what feels good. Inhale, center. This time bring the hands behind the back, open up the chest. Like to keep those palms together if you can as you roll those chests open. Deep breath in. As you exhale, start by bending the knees, hinging at the hips, letting those hips come down, hands come up. Good, beautiful. One deep breath in. One deep breath out. On your inhale, let those hands float down to the low back. Exhale, hands down to the mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Step the left foot back. Find your crescent warrior. So as you step it back, engage with the geometry, take it up. Exhale, open up warrior 2. Spin on that back foot so it's parallel. Good. Lots of detail. Good. Beautiful, Christina. Bring a little bit more weight to the outside of that foot. Inhale, exalt it back. Right hand comes back, stretch through those ribs. Exhale, windmill those hands down to frame that front foot. And we're going to turn both sets of toes forward. Easy twist. Left hand goes down, right hand comes up. Good, all right, time for the core. Step that right foot back, side plank. Left hand down, right hand up. All right, today we're going to do yogi toe walk. It's in your arms, and you got it. You're there, Cindy. Just step that right foot back. Okay, you can come down to the knee here, always an option. Or you can let that right leg float up, grab your toe. We're here for a few breaths, so whether you're here, whether you're here, whatever we're doing, we're finding the geometry here. Left shoulder under left wrist, creating that space for that foundation. Wherever it is, foundation, 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 pull to the midline, exhale. One more. Beautiful, Tina. Keep that concentration, exhale. We have it, sorry, I lied. One more, you got it, you got it. Nice, Christina. When you're ready, come back to both hands, exhale, find your alignment. I'll meet you in downward dog. So one of the things, the philosophy on the other side of the world, which I guess the airport is closed today, and back. Let's bend that left knee, open up the hip. Option to find a wild thing here if you so incline. Beautiful. Inhale, extend. Exhale, kick it back, three-legged dog. Hips become square. Good. Reach back to that left heel, Nicole. You got it. On your inhale, let's knee to nose. Exhale. Inhale, back up. Exhale, step the left leg forward. Find your crescent warrior. Inhale, sweep it up. Lift, lift, lift. We're opening up to warrior two. Spin on that back foot. Create that opening on the inside of the left foot. Beautiful. Deep breath in. Check the front foot. On your inhale, exalt it back. Left ribs, reach and stretch. Exhale, windmill those hands down to bring that front foot. Right hand comes down. Those sets of toes face forward. Left hand comes up. Easy twist. Good. Take a breath here. Find that foundation. Root through the left heel. Push back through the right heel. Good. Finding that side plank. Stepping that left leg back. Reaching up. Now, whatever version we took on one side, see if we can equal it out. We want to go for that toe, yogi toe lock. Wherever we are, though, we're finding that foundation. Inhaling, pressing into the ground. Exhaling, pulling to the midline. We're here for 2 more breaths because I told you to do this long on the other side. 1 more. Exhale, come back to the center. Press through the heels. When you're ready, meet in downward dog. All right, we're here for just a beat. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. On your inhale, let's take, I think it's your right leg that goes up this time. Inhale, right leg comes up, bend through the right knee. Open up the right hip on top of the left, and then flip it into wild thing. Deep breath in. Hold as you exhale. 1 more full breath in. And kick it back, three-legged dog. Push yourself up. Exhale, right knee to right nose. So the only nose you have. Inhale, back up. Exhale, right leg steps forward. Find your top of the mat. So both feet step, top of the mat. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Start to stack your spine. Take yourself all the way up. Inhale, reach. Exhale, hands to the heart. All right, let's take 1 more deep breath in. 1 more deep breath out. All right, we're going to walk ourselves back to the other side. 1 breath, 1 movement. Don't get lost in the future. Don't get stuck in the past. What can you do in this moment right here? We're going to start. Inhale, sweep it up. We're going over to the left. Exhale. Inhale, center. Exhale to the right. Stay focused on your feet. Inhale, center. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. to meet the left side plank. Good, let's breathe here. Good, exhale out. When you're ready, back to regular plank. Go through your flow, I'll meet you in downward dog. Bend both knees, rest the belly on the thighs, let the head hang heavy. Finding our breaks in the present, inhale. Open up your mouth, exhale. On your inhale, left leg goes up, three-legged dog. And then when you're ready, bring, oh, excuse me, we forgot the wild thing on this side? Yeah, we'll just take it, flip it into wild thing. Deep breath in. Kick it back, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, back up. Exhale, step the left leg forward. Right leg's gonna follow. Top of the mat. Forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bend the knees, stack the spine. All the way up. Close the eyes. Exhale, pull the hands into the heart. Notice the thrum and hum of the body in motion. We did all of our hard work. I'm going to not let this intense song start. Psychologically freak you out. All right. We're going to come on down into crow pose just as a little bit of an experiment. Inhale, let's take our hands up. Exhale, bend the knees, forward fold. So I want you to bring the hands to the ground. And if you need to bend your knees to get the palms flush on the ground, that's okay. Now, as you start to come forward, you can walk those hands a little bit more forward. All right, my crow, I like to set my knees on the back of my forearms, okay? All 10 fingers are where the foundation here. Now, as you start to shift into those fingers, you can lift one leg and then the other, maybe both, but also pulling into the midline and keeping your foundation is part of this pose too. And right now, I want us not to worry about getting the pose, but just the foundation. How does it feel when I spread all 10 fingers? How does it feel when I imagine pulling to the center?
I'm realizing how many times I've been teaching this, but I haven't been doing it.
That is the challenge.
Teaching the students.
I actually realize that's my area. Not enough yoga on myself. Beautiful. We have one more moment here. Wherever you are, I want you to just come back to the foundation, not worry about the pose itself, but how can I press into the mat, pull into the midline. Good. All right. When you're ready, let's shift us back to our heels. Let's straighten through the legs. Find that wide legged forward fold. Walk the hands behind you. If you need to walk the feet in closer together so they're underneath the hips, let's bring our hands behind our thighs and hug ourselves in this forward fold. Let's shake our head no. Nod our head yes. Just letting gravity decompress the spine here. But just like we have in every other pose, press into the heels. Create that space and activity as you reach those hips up. And notice how that changes the stretch. Press into the ball of the big toe. One more full breath in. One more full breath out. Hands down to the mat. Let's step just our left foot back. We're going to turn towards the long edge. We're going to take our toes in, heels out. A wide-legged forward fold. So your choice on how far the feet are from one another, but they will change the stretch. So if you'd like to get the crown of the head down, you can negotiate those two dynamics, or you can get the length of the spine and just allow your head to hang. Good. So we're using all of this heat we've generated here to create that malleability in the body. Really follow your exhale down. Allow the body to lengthen. And however passive we are in this pose, you can use your next inhale to press into the feet. And exhale to fold. Let's walk those hands back under the shoulders. On your inhale, let's Finding a gentle twist here, flushing out the spine. And again, root through those left fingertips. See if we can't create a flush of this fresh oxygen through both sets of shoulders from the palm to the fingertips. Option to bend that right hand, tuck it behind the left hip. A little bit of a deeper twist. One more full breath in here. One more full breath out. This is also a great one for releasing all those vinyasas. Inhale, right hand comes up. Exhale, right hand comes down. Right hand under the face. Inhale, left hand towards the sky. Now notice, right as we start, it's different because we just stretched the other side. Pressing through you so much.